Welcome to Some Say I'm Gifted, where we teach you the magic of walking in your spiritual gifts and how it can help you navigate this crazy life, and helping you understand that even though we're in this world, we are not of it. So take a deep breath, relax your shoulders, and let's get real.
Hey y'all, hope you didn't catch Danielle whispering about naughty things. I'm just playing, we weren't talking about naughty things. Anyways, this is Tess right here, me talking, I'm Tess. And this is Some Say I'm Gifted. And I'm here with two of the amazing, most marvelous, beautiful co-hostesses. Morgan and Danielle, say hello, ladies.
Hey guys, I am Danielle.
Hey, I'm Morgan.
And we're all here together in the same time and space and energy. Yeah.
So
How
good to be here.
lucky are we?
Yeah, honestly, like, you know what? It's Some Say I'm Gifted After Dark. And I just gotta say, I love you guys so much.
Jesus Christ. Okay, listen. We've been recording. What we do, let me explain this to y'all. What we do is we come together for a long weekend, usually it's a short weekend, let's be honest here, because we all have very busy lives, okay? And we all own businesses. So we come together and they get an Airbnb because my house is crazy as all get out, and we record.
Batch record.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we call it a session weekend. And this weekend is very important because, unfortunately, next weekend is celebrating the V-Day. That's what I like to call it, VD, or Valentine's Day. VD is for everyone. Okay, anyways, that used to be an old commercial. So we get together, we do these sessions. So we do as many as we can, and it is late 30, ladies. Mm-hmm. And I know this is choppy. You're going to be like, this is choppy. And I hope you don't edit this out because I think it's important to know that we keep going because we want you all to keep listening.
Yes.
This is a labor of love.
We care about you all.
Yeah, labor of love for real.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I have a question. And I would love for you all to answer in the room and those that aren't in the room.
Ooh.
What is your favorite planet?
Neptune.
You're such a weirdo. Everything has to be connected to the ocean. Okay.
Hey, at least I'm on theme, on brand over here.
Did you get tired and mix it up a little bit?
No.
Sugarfoot. That's weird. All right, Morgan.
Saturn, because you got to put a ring on it.
Oh.
Damn, Chase, you must get on. Sorry, that was my bank card. That's cool though. You want to put?
I think it's pretty.
You do.
Yeah, and she's different.
Yeah.
She like.
She's sassy.
She's sassy.
She's just like you. You got a little bit of Saturn in you.
I think. I'm not gonna say anything, but I have two: Mercury and Pluto. I know Pluto is probably a dwarf planet, but it was always my favorite.
We still include Pluto as one of the OG planets.
That's good.
It was a planet when I was learning.
Yeah, same.
I heard. Speaking of planets, I heard something the other day. It was a woman. It was on TikTok, and my algorithm on TikTok is bizarre, and it might be because of me. I don't know, but anyway, she said, "I have a theory about planets," and I thought, "Oh God, here we go." She said, "On Earth, we live in 3D. Mm-hmm. We happen to be the third rock, the third planet from the sun. What if each planet is another realm, and they live in another dimension?"
What?
Mind blown.
So you could live like 8D.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I'm so trying not to make a horrible joke about D with that. But yeah. Yeah, is that not bonkers?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's a cool theory.
It's interesting.
It is. I mean, you know. Maybe not, but whatever.
I feel like there's a lot of interesting things out there.
Yeah. Yes. And outside of the world, which brings me to my next topic. Okay, ladies. Mm-hmm. How do you feel about aliens and cryptozoology? Do y'all know what those are? I mean, I know what you, like, I don't mean an alien like somebody from another country that's living here illegally. I mean an alien in a UFO. I try to stay out of the political things, guys. It's for real. It tears my nerves up.
So when we talk about cryptozoology, like
Mothman. Yeah, Bigfoot, Mothman. The dog thing, chupacabras.
The Yeti.
Yeti. Yeah.
Lots of interesting theories surrounding those things. I still don't know anybody that's found Bigfoot yet.
I know a very well-trained cryptozoologist. I'm sorry, not trying to sound, but he's a pretty famous cryptozoologist. And I asked him in an interview I was doing on another podcast with him a long time ago, and I said, "How long have you been at this?" And at the time, I think it had been like 15 or 20 some years. And I said, "What is the closest you've ever come to seeing?" He said, "Never." I said, "You've never seen anything? Wow. And you still are looking for it, the big man foot?" And he said, "Yeah." And I went, "What are you doing?"
Why? Did he say why?
No, but I mean, have you all ever, we talked about on another episode, seeing UFOs, and I said yes. I can't say that I've seen an alien, so to speak, but I've seen like UFOs. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if they're really UFOs, like aliens. I just know it's definitely something up in the sky that don't look like it ought to be there. So have y'all have never seen UFOs or aliens, right?
No.
What about cryptozoologists like things?
Yes.
What have you seen? What have you seen?
It's interesting because it was actually your sister, Mamie.
Knew it! I knew I love this story. I got my girl so much.
I saw her in the woods.
Yes, you saw Mamie in the woods and I was like, "That's the Bigfoot!"
No.
It's that Bigfoot baby!
No. We took my mom's car and drove up the mountain late at night, and then on the way down, we were listening to like Adele and singing, and we were like teenagers and we were having fun. I was probably 17. I think I was hanging out with her the most around 17.
17 or 18. Yeah.
17 or 18. And we were driving back down the mountain with the windows down. And it was dark. It was late. It was probably like 10, 11, 30, something like that. And while we were driving down, there was a large beast rushing through the woods, keeping up with the car.
What did it look like?
It was, I can't say that it was furry because I couldn't see the detail, but the shape of it was like werewolfy.
What color was it?
It was dark, like black or brown.
But you could hear it and see the
shape of it through the woods.
Did you guys slow down or stop?
No! We flew down that mountain.
So you had the windows down and you heard it, or you heard it come through the car because it was that loud?
We could feel it keeping up with us. Like when you're on the road and you feel a car passing you, that's what it felt like. Like this beast was keeping up and chasing the car.
I just know they ran in the house screaming like somebody done got their ass.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was terrifying. And I am a lot more on the skeptic side, like especially during that age.
Yes.
I was very much like,
Not
I don't
a
feel
believer.
anything. Like, energy, blah, blah, blah. Or like, Bigfoot, yeah, right. Like, grow up. Like, not to be rude. I'm sorry.
But no. And I think it's good you said that because a lot of people are like, Bigfoot, come on now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that was very much me. So I was not a dramatic teenager that was like, oh, it was a ghost. Like, if for me to say it was real, it had to be there.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
They came in screaming. I was like, well, shut up. It's late. Children are here.
And they were like, we almost got eaten by a
I was like,
monster.
did you get a picture? They're like, no. It's like, well, I don't want to hear about it.
Not today.
She was and still is ruthless.
That's why you love me.
It's true.
So you've never seen any cryptozoologists say?
No.
Okay.
Not even in the marine life.
Not even, well.
Well, you know, that's the thing. The government did it. Let me put on my conspiracy tinfoil hat.
I mean, I've seen some weird things that live down at the bottom of the ocean.
Y'all saw the thing about the aliens, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You saw that, right?
I think
Morgan doesn't watch the news. What am I talking about? Okay. So they did this thing where they released a statement saying that aliens live in the bottom of the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it was like real governmental document things. Mm-hmm. I believe it was Laura Boebert interviewing me.
I remember you sent me some sort of trial about it.
Huh?
That you sent me some sort of
Yes,
court
because
trial.
I was like, I called you and was like, hey, did you hear about the aliens in the water? You're like, what? I was like, I'll send you a link. Because that's how I
I'll text it
communicate.
to you.
Yeah, 2:00 in the afternoon. Hey, what are you doing? Nothing. Or I just finished a client. What's up? Have you heard about Gaza? No, they're leveling it and making it the Middle Eastern Riviera. What? I'll send you a link. People probably are tired of me, but whatever. I mean, I think it's important knowledge to have. So, anyways, yeah, weird alien fish in the sea.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've seen very odd things that live at the bottom of the ocean that probably not a lot of people that aren't into like marine biology stuff would look at. But I watch a lot of like documentaries and a lot of like
I do
science
too.
videos.
My dad was a microbiologist he had associates in microbiology with the hope to go into marine biology. So I was always fascinated and somewhat curious. I will tell you this. My dad said it's really hard to get a job in that field. And I don't know why I didn't think about that. But yeah, but like my whole
Where
house
was your father?
probably trying to hit on every girl your age. Anyways,
oh no.
but I mean, I live in a log cabin, but it's all done in mermaids.
Yeah.
So.
I will say, where I never really bought into the Bigfoot thing or anything, I do feel like Atlantis existed at one time or another. I truly believe wholeheartedly in Atlantis.
Well, I mean, this is going to be a curveball, but like Anunnaki, I feel like they came from Atlantis now, especially now knowing that there's another, like there's aliens there. You know what I mean? Okay.
I mean, yeah. Okay. Whole other.
Does that make sense?
Thing. Yes.
Can we just say that if we turned Atlantis into a live action movie, that I want Tom Holland to be the male lead?
I can't remember who Tom Holland.
Yes.
Spider-Man.
Huh?
Spider-Man.
Oh, that's.
I agree. And then Zendaya has to be whatever her name was.
Sorry.
I forget what her name is.
Sidetrack.
But yeah. Anyways. Okay.
I think we're on a different spectrum here. Tom Holland's okay, but I definitely like Cillian Murphy or Tom Hardy better.
Tom Hardy. No. Not for Atlantis.
Yeah.
the guy with the glasses and stuff. I
No.
feel like.
Tom Hardy?
Well, okay.
Have you seen?
He's too built.
Yeah, this
We
guy's
need to-
kind of like
let's go
lanky.
here.
A little
Lanky guy. There was another guy who did
You mean the live action Atlantis cartoon?
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Who did the new Willy Wonka movie?
Oh, Timothy Chalamet.
That's who
Timothée
I want to do
is-
it.
Timothée Chalamet.
Timothy. Yes.
Timothée Chalamet.
Timothy Chalamet.
Did you guys see him in the new Bob Dylan movie? Bob Dylan. I didn't see him in that, but I saw him on Saturday Night Live cover Bob Dylan songs, and I was thoroughly impressed.
Really?
Yeah.
So he can sing?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, Bob Dylan music, but yeah.
Interesting. I did not know that.
So sorry for the sidetrack.
Yes.
No, I like it, but now I understand. No, I don't know. I would like Cillian Murphy for that.
Okay.
Okay. We like a hot take.
Who do you guys want to see for Atlantis?
Yes.
Like real life. I mean, it would be cute with Tom Holland and Zendaya, but give me something else.
So, anyways,
Yeah.
Atlantis is another topic, but
Yes.
I never really bought into Bigfoot and cryptoids and all of that.
Really? Nothing? Okay, so I grew up hearing stories in where my dad was from, which is Red Mountain, and I would hear these stories about like this dog bird thing. And but there was not, it wasn't like cool like Bigfoot or Yeti or Mothman or Chupacabra. It was like it was devil dog, not devil dog because that's New Jersey, but it was like dog, devil, bird, man. It was weird because basically it was like the same thing that could morph into things, which is really bizarre because we do have like mountain lions. And I don't know if have y'all ever been around a mountain lion or a cougar? When they holler, it sounds like a woman being brutally assaulted.
Really?
Very similar to peacocks in heat. I don't know if you've ever heard that, but it's quite disturbing.
Is it like coyotes when they like...
No.
No, it's like a whole other...
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
So one night, I lived in the house in Red Mountain. It was a house that my father grew up in, and we inherited, my brother and I. So my brother was a bouncer at a bar downtown Dawson City, right? So I was at home alone. My babies were in bed, soundly asleep in bed. I had a baby monitor with me, whatever, okay? And I'm sitting on my back porch. I had a really cool back porch, and I had these, what are the big, not chrysanthemums, but They're like big. They're like
Hydrangeas.
no, they're bushes. They're like, but they're not chrysanthemums, but they're like it's a very similar name to that.
Gardenias? It's not-
No, but they're yellow. I can't think of it. Anyways, we had two big bush things, but flowery, and it was early fall ish. I mean, it was, but in Rome Mountain it could be July and it's cool at night because it's so high up in elevation, right? So, anyways, I'm sitting on the back porch and I'm like texting people on my phone. I had opened a beer and poured it into like a pint glass, and I had lit a cigarette, and my kids were old enough to, if they woke up, they would come find me. You know what I mean? Like they weren't in cradles and things like that. And I wasn't a heavy drinker or anything at that point in my life. I just wanted to chill and relax. So I was doing that, and all of a sudden I heard something. And I was like, that's weird. And I thought, Lord, listen, I'm terrified of possums. I've called the law on them, okay? Like I have called the police because they're nocturnal. And if they out in the middle of the day and they're those things will hiss at you. And they're ugly as sin. So, anyways, I've called the police on a few. Anyways, so I thought, Lord God, a possum's got a bird underneath it because I hear wings flapping and I hear like something's like yelping for help. You know, like an animal, like you know. It's louder than I don't know what, and I'm like, man, and the bush is like shaking, right? I'm like, what in the devil's going on? And I just am smoking my cigarettes, I'm drinking little bits of my beer, and all of a sudden, I don't know how to explain my backyard, but there's like at the time, back then, now it doesn't look this way, but there was one big bush to your left and one big bush to your right, and there was a little area in between. And that little area in between was extremely significant for me as a child because that was my playhouse. Like I had my make-believe world there, right? So anyways, I mean, there's crazy noises. Now, I've heard stories of all kinds of stuff from up in Round Mountain, but never had seen anything. So I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden, this thing, who had human-esque back legs that, if it stood up, was probably about 6'5", 6'6", but had front arm leg things that were not human-like. With wings, it had fur, but scales. Wings probably at least 4 foot long. And a head of a dog with what looked like a possum hanging out of its damn mouth, crawled out from underneath my one bush, looked over at me and made eye contact with me. I grabbed my shit as fast as I could and turned and run. The issue was, it was a sliding glass door, and I went face first into it. And I finally get in and I'm freaking out, and I call my brother and he's like at work. So I could see him with a finger there like, what, Tess, I'm at work. And I was like, there's the bird devil dog man thing in the backyard. He was like, are you high? I'm like, I'm not high. It's a monster. And he's like, are you okay? He's like, I think I'm bleeding. He's like, did it attack you? And I'm like, no, because after I get in the sliding glass door, I'm standing on the back porch, like by the back porch, locking the door, staring. Like a glass door is going to stop this damn monster.
Yeah.
And I'm looking and it's nowhere to be found. I'm like, where's the gun? He's like, so you're going to kill a monster. I'm not telling you where I'm like, give me the gun and the safe. You know, I'm free. I'm like, my kids are here. I've got to defend. Yeah.
Wow.
But I knocked the crap out of my face.
Ouch.
So what do you think it was?
It was the thing that my dad told me about. It was a devil dog man bird.
Okay.
But how does a devil dog man bird occur?
Yes.
The thing you guys saw in the woods, I think, was the same thing. It's a big.
It sounds very similar.
I know you probably. This thing looked white.
Oh, okay.
That's why I asked the color. And I'm not the only one. I have other people that have stories of this thing, like even standing on the side of a major road.
Really?
Yeah, and its eyes are very human-esque. One night, I was standing on the front porch of my house. You know, this is when I should have realized God was trying to tell me, don't smoke no mo.
Stop going outside.
You want to run into another door? So I was standing on the front porch of my house, and that house has a very small front porch. It's just like 3 steps. I think it's cute. But anyways, so I was standing on the front porch of my house, and all of a sudden, there's this, like, there's a street, I don't know how to explain. So there's a street that runs in front of me horizontally, right? And then there's one that runs vertically at the end of the street. So I'm standing there, and there at the end of this street that runs vertically, there's a street light, okay? So I'm sitting on my porch, or I think I'm standing on my porch, and I'm on the phone with somebody, I'm smoking a cigarette, and all of a sudden, it looks like a dog. I mean, your average dog. You know, not like a Grand Mastiff's, not like a Great Dane, but your average dog.
Okay.
Okay? 4 legs. Mm-hmm. It's very important to know. And it's walking, but I can't see the dog. Like, I can see its shadow. I'm like, what the hell is going on? I'm losing my mind. So I yelled. At the time, my mother was living with me and my little sister and my children. And I go inside, I'm like, Mom, come here. And she's like, well, I don't want to get out of bed. I'm like, Mom, come here, look. She walks out and she goes, what the hell? Where is that? I said, I don't know. You can't see it. Now, Road Mountain is extremely mountainous. But where the house is like one of the only flatlands. And y'all have been there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we're like, why can we still see it and yet it's not made it out of the shadows, right? Because I really thought if I go get them, they're not gonna see. It's weird. So then all of a sudden, we see it walking, but it's not like it's walking the length of a building, which its shadow is projected on. It's just here, but it looks like it's walking, but it's just like this. Okay? Does that make? And y'all can't see me, so it's at the very end, furthest away from where my house is. But it looks like it's walking, but it's not moving forward. It's just like walking in place, like on a treadmill.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's there so long that I'm like, what the heck is that? Why can't I see the creature? And I go back inside and get Mom. Mom's like, that's so weird. And she goes, Mamie, come out here. So Mamie walks out there. And Mom's like, she's like, it's a dog walk. And she's like, why is it not going anywhere? And she's like, oh. So now you got me, my mom, my sister, standing on the porch and we're watching this. And then all of a sudden, it moves to another place. But when it does, it changes shape. And now it's got 2 legs. And it looks like the penguin from the Batman movie. No wings. Just very round, short arms, short legs. Head.
Oh, God.
But it had moved closer to where we are. Okay?
Oh.
But then it's walking like on a treadmill. Okay? It's like... Well, let me continue. And then I'll tell you what I thought it was like. Okay?
This is so creepy.
Yeah.
So now we're locked in. You know what I mean?
Now you're like, I gotta figure it out.
Like, what's gonna happen here? What are you gonna morph again? You know what I mean? Like, are you gonna kill us? Huh?
I don't want to do some Say I'm Gifted After Dark with spooky, scary stories.
It's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna travel to Elizabeth, dude. I mean, I think somebody will catch it before then, because that's a long enough exposure. You know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of living people, like, you know, Road Mountain has got it's not even a town, it's a village, Morgan. There's just not as many people there.
I know. I'm just getting the spooks. Okay.
Oh, it gets better.
Oh, perfect.
So then it kind of, it's like a scene. It's almost like you're watching like a projection of a scene on a building. Okay. So you can see it start to look like it's moving like this, and it kind of disappears for a second, and then there's another shadow.
So it kind of moved forward.
Yes, but the way it does it is it disappears and it's back.
Oh, like a flicker.
But when it flickers, okay, is when it morphs.
Oh.
Okay, so you don't know. So this time, now remind you, it started out like a dog, and then it was a penguin round thing. Okay, we really couldn't make it. It was just very round with arms and legs and standing upright. Okay, so this time, it's back to a dog form, but it's like the size of a really humongous dog.
Mm-hmm. Like, are we talking
Small
like Saint
elephant.
Bernard
Small
type?
elephant.
Clifford.
Small elephant.
Okay.
Small elephant.
I
Large
probably
dog.
could ride the back of it.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
I'm not tiny.
No.
And it's walking on a treadmill, but it's getting closer to us. And we're like, maybe I'm done. Mom, oh God. It's going to see us. It's seen us at this point. It's seen us. I was like, you know, I think if it would have gave a crap that we were here, it would have hidden.
Mm-hmm. He wasn't afraid.
Yeah. But it had the pointy ears. Very, you know how like when you think of a Doberman, you know how they cut the ears of a Doberman? That's what it looked like. Okay.
Ooh.
And I'm like, is that a hellhound? Because you can't see the creature. And you got to realize we're standing and looking to our right. And the closer the thing gets to us, we should be able to see the creature at this point and the shadow.
You're still just seeing the shadow.
Just the shadow.
This whole time.
Yeah. So we're like, what in the seven hells of Saturday is that? And I mean, I can't say that we were watching the same thing, every day. It's just, so then it morphs again. And this time it's standing upright and it has wings, but it has the head of, you remember we were talking about Kathy Bates and that movie and the bull? Yeah. It had that with wings. And that's when I went, I've got kids and their room's at the end of closer to the end of the road. We're done. And Mom said, I agree. And we went in and we started praying.
Oh, wow.
And we looked through the window and it was gone. We never, but mind you, we only saw the shadow.
No. So it probably just came so that you were watching it in a way. Do you feel that or no? Or
I mean, my mom and my sister saw it.
Well, that you all recognized what it was and it was kind of like just
like
hanging
it was
out.
taunting you.
Yeah, it was like toying with you.
It.
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, nope. I'm out. I'd be like, no.
It was very hard to sleep that night. I didn't know that.
So what do you think all these things are?
Well, I'm so glad you asked it now. I think that they are, I think aliens are what I would call fallen angels, demonic, if you want to say. And I know that a lot of people are like, there's no such thing, because Zach Baggins said it all the time, and he's not right, Durham. But if you follow Christ and you talk, he talks about interference of fallen angels. And I hate to tell you, but the fallen angel is a demon. And then that's demonic, that's in my world, biblical. In your world, biblical, because whether you believe in the Bible or not is definitely a historical sighting, right? Mm-hmm. So angels did fall from heaven. So I do think that they're fallen angels. And the reason I say that is because in the line of work I do, I've seen a number of people become obsessed with aliens and they make aliens their God. And we were made in the sight of God and to have communion with God. Satan's job is to take our worshiping and communion away from God in any way possible. So whatever darkness can put in as a worship substitute, it will. So if you can get a large group of people that are obsessed with aliens and even say that they are hybrid aliens, then you're becoming a blasphemy of God because you were made in the image of him, right? Mm-hmm. So yes, demonic on a level. Now, when the angels fell to earth, this is very important. Mm-hmm. Can you hear me? Okay.
So,
yes, is this thing on? When the angels fell to earth, this is very interesting because I can go into why I think aliens are in the ocean now too, if you want me to. It's y'all's call. But when angels fell to earth, they mated with daughters of Adam, but they were heathens. And that being said, I think we might need to pause and do another episode. Can you guys hang on till another episode?
I think we can.
Can we do a twofer, please? Because I got a whole nother. Now I got to tell you about like the fallen angels.
Tie it all in.
Yeah.
I think you guys are going to have to wait for the next one.
So find us on Facebook, Instagram, blah 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 blah. At SomeSamGifted and X SomeSamGifted. You can email us at somesamgifted@gmail.com. And of course, you can find me on Facebook and ask me all kinds of weird questions about all the weird things at Tesserae McKittrick. And we love y'all. And stay weird and wonderful and magical and marvelous. And let us know if you see any creatures walking in the night.
Like, subscribe, and comment.
Yes.
Friends. Thank you. Please and thank you.
Love you guys. See you next Thursday.